right, so Missy, thank you for taking the time to join me here on the call. If you could just give a quick little introduction to our audience of who you are, what your background is, and how long you've been in real estate.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Missy Pacheco. I'm here in the beautiful state of Washington. I've been a real estate agent here for 18 years now. And I just love real estate, but like a lot of people, this last year has been a little bit tougher. So I had to find some other avenues to find some new leads. And so I started with Gio and his team at Skyline, and I'm really happy with what I'm seeing 1 month in. I've had so many live transfers and great conversations with people that I think I'm going to be able to get into contract here pretty soon.
Nice, nice. Okay. And you, when you signed up with us, what ultimately led your decision to sign up with us in the first place?
I gotta be honest, yo. Like anybody else, I don't want to be sold to. I want to know more about what somebody could do for me versus what they could do to me. And I was a little worried that something was going to get done to me. It was really the conversation with you. The more we talked, the more I realized that this might be a pretty viable um, source to get some good leads, and just seeing how you and your team perform on the backside on my behalf was probably what won me over at the end of the day.
Can you go more into detail about your experience of how our team helped you on the back end?
Yeah, so it was really about when we put out the ads and people respond to them, and then your team in the background is literally making the phone calls and doing everything they can to connect with the people. Sometimes it's one phone call, sometimes it's three phone calls, sometimes it's 15 phone calls. And I like what you've been able to show me on the other end of it. Like, yeah, you're right. We did in this, with this group of people here, it took three phone calls before we got a live transfer to you, or this one took 15 phone calls before we got a live transfer to you. And I like that your team is hustling on your end as hard as I'm hustling on my end.
Yes, yes. And you mentioned earlier that you had some great conversations with some people already. Can you go into some detail of how those conversations are going?
Yeah, so every live transfer that I've had so far has been well qualified. I've worked with James a lot, and James does a really good job of finding out if they have an agent, finding out if they've met with a lender yet, finding out what their budget is, finding out what they're actually looking for, so that when he does the line transfer over to me, it's such a warm handoff and an easy transition. And then I'm able to take all of that information a step further and create a plan for these folks to get them into a new home as soon as we can.
For other agents out there who maybe they had some previous bad experiences, working with online leads before, what would you tell those agents and brokers?
I would tell those agents and brokers that you're probably going to be hesitant, because I know I was, but I have been pleasantly surprised and delighted to be having the conversations that I'm having with the people that I'm having them with now. I didn't know that it was going to be this possible, because I've had my experience with a lead source in the past that felt like it was so much more work than I thought it was going to be, or just the people just weren't as engaged as I thought they should have been if they were calling in. So I think it's, knowing that now I know what kind of support is on this background, I would just jump in and go for it, because Gio, you and your team, you have it dialed in here.
So what about agents or brokers who maybe need that little push just to like sign up with us, or hesitate to sign up with us? What would you tell those guys?
I would say that take the risk. Just take the risk. Worst case scenario, you're out a little bit of money, but I guarantee you, I think you're going to be successful with taking the risk.
Any uh any final thoughts or comments?
No, other than just take the chance. I think, these are good leads that I've been receiving, and I've been having a great time, really good conversations with them. So just go for it. Go forth and prosper.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. If anyone needed help looking for homes or selling a home in Pierce County or Thurston County, Washington, how can they best reach you?
They can reach me at Missy, Missi, at mosaicrealestate.com, or they can also reach me at 360-970-5664. I'm on Instagram at Missy She Rocks and Facebook just Missy Pacheco.
All right. There you have it. Missy, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Gio. I appreciate it. Bye.
All right. Have a good one.